Hi, I'm Lawrence and I'm going to give you an overview on PetLinx, our software program for grooming, boarding and dog daycare businesses. Now, PetLinx can be installed on your own computers or accessed over the internet via a web browser, which is known as our cloud edition. So here is the PetLinx program, and I have opened some of the main forms that you'll use in PetLinx. This one here is the customers and pets form, which is accessed by clicking here. Now, the customers and pets form lists all your customers. When you select a customer, you'll then see their pets listed underneath. If you use the grooming module, you'll have details of groom styles for that pet. You'll see a list of appointments and bookings for that pet, and you'll also have a list of transactions, which are being invoices or payments that have been raised for the customer. Now, these tabs over here go into further details on each of these areas. So, for example, the customer tab here has the address and contact information for the customer, and you can also define attributes for the customer, which are things that you want to record about them. For example, this one here we've set to refuse new bookings, so if you do try and create a booking for this customer, you'll get a warning about that. Under pet here you have a list of standard information that you'll record about the pet. You can also add multiple photos of the pet here. You can record vaccination information, and like the customer, you can also record attributes of that pet. So here we've ticked that he bites, so we'll get a warning about that pet. Now, with the grooming module, you get a groom style tab here, and this is where you can record detailed information about how you groom that particular pet. The appointment booking tab lets you view details of any booking or appointment that you've raised for the pet. And lastly, the transaction tab here shows you details of transactions, invoices and payments that have been raised, from which you can print a copy of the invoice off or even email it to the customer as well. Now, depending on which modules you choose, you'll have a calendar listed here for each of those. So the grooming calendar shows you a list of appointments for a particular day and categorized by each of your groomers. Now, to view an appointment, you can just double click it, and this shows you the details of that appointment. Now, grooming appointments can be set up to automatically recur. For example, you could do it every 4 weeks, and you can also define the services that you'll be doing. Now, you can view the appointments in a lot of different ways. You can view one day at a time, you can view a work week, or even a month at a time. And these appointments can also be dragged and dropped. So, for example, if Debbie can't do that appointment that day, you can simply drag it over to Sharon, and now it's listed under here. Now, with boarding, you get a list of runs listed down the left hand side of boarding, and this provides you with a view of a couple of weeks of your boarding calendar. And again, just like the grooming module, all you need to do is double click it and you see details of that booking, and you have all the standard information you want to record for a boarding booking here. You can set up quite complex rating scenarios. So, for example, with this booking, the customer is getting a discount for their second pet of $5 a day, and you can also define additional services that you'll provide. So here we've added a special medication for this customer, which has been charged at $1 a day. With daycare, you can categorize your daycare bookings however you want to. So here we've got 2 groups defined. Now, again, you just simply double click on a booking, which takes you into the details of it. Now, daycare bookings can either be invoiced, so paid with a monetary amount, or you can define prepaid credits. So, for example, this customer may purchase 10 credits, and as each booking is completed, a credit's taken off. Daycare bookings can also be made to recur on certain days of the week, and again, you can define additional services for a booking. If we hover over this one here, we're even alerted that that customer does not have any prepaid credits left, so we'll need to ask them to purchase some more when they come in. Now, the reporting center in PetLinx, this contains a multitude of reports categorized under different categories here. So you've got a list of, for example, a list of customers. Under financial, here you have a list of all the different financial reports you can run, and again, depending on the module you have, you'll get more reports for each module. Now, all reports in PetLinx can be modified, so you can change fields around, you can change fonts, do whatever you want to all of them, and this is done under the Reports Setup tab. Now, another thing you can do from PetLinx is you can do mail out, so you can send emails or SMS to all your customers or all your pets, and you can create the letter that you're going to send yourself. So for example, this sample letter here, we're actually going to put in the name of the pet, so we're going to personalize each letter that we send out. And if I show you what that looks like, if we just do a test run here, so there we go, we've created a letter for all the pets in our database. So these could be emailed out, or you could even send SMS out as well.